Welcome to all the students present in this video lecture. As we have discussed the total pressure force and the center of pressures in the previous lecture by the analytical method, now we are going to calculate the total pressure forces and locate the center of pressures using the graphical method, and that method name is called as a pressure diagram. So in today's lecture, we are going to discuss about the pressure diagram. So students, see, suppose I have one tank. I'm taking one tank. The height of this tank is, let's say this tank is having the height of the h, and the liquid that I fill in the tank having the density of rho is there. Suppose I locate the 2-3 different points in this tank. Let's say, suppose I'm locating first point on this free surfaces. I give the name that A. Suppose I have this another point that is a B, and I have third point that is located at the bottom of the tank, and I give the name of that point is a C. So I have this 3 point. So if we consider the height from the free surfaces, so for the A point, the height is 0 because it is lies on the free surfaces. For the B surfaces, the height of the from the free surfaces, that is, let's say, is the h. So this distance from the free surfaces is h. At C, the height of this point from the free surfaces is h. Now, students, we know the formula to calculate the pressure head according to the various height of the point under the free surfaces. So we know that the pressure head over here is rho gh, and if we put it down, the h equals to 0, so we get 0. If we calculate over here, we get the rho gh, and at the point C we get the rho g into capital H. So now with this intensity of pressure, suppose I plot on vertical line, same height is there, which is the height of tank, and if I represent the intensity of pressures using some scale, so here it is a 0. Here we get the maximum one, that is equals to the rho g into capital H. Suppose I locate the point B over here. This is my A point, this is my C point. So I have certain heights like this. It is a rho g into small h. So if I having a height h, generally I consider, then we get this kind of the diagram. Like this is the diagram we get, which indicates the intensity of pressures according to the various height, and it is same like that uniformly varying loads. So we can analyze this and these diagrams which shows the pressure variations according to the height in the tank. This diagram is called as a pressure diagrams, and from pressure diagram we can be able to find it out the total pressure forces as well as the center of pressures. Here for the graphical method, from the pressure diagram, the total pressure force is equals to the area of the pressure diagram. So the geometry which forms over here, let's say I'm giving the name that is CC dash. So the area of pressure diagram means the area of the triangle ACC dash. So we know that this is a base, and base equals to this, it is rho gh, and the height is our h. So the area of triangle is 1/2 the base into the height. So here the base is 1/2 into the rho gh, and the height is h. So finally we get the 1/2 into the rho gh square. So this is called as a per unit width is there. So we need to multiply it with the width of this. The center of pressures from the pressure diagram, center of pressure is equals to the CG of pressure diagram. So here, suppose this is a triangle, and in triangle we know that from the base at what point we have this. So our CG is located over here, and the height, suppose let's say is the height of this triangle is h, so it is located at h by 3 from the bottom or from the base, and from the top it is located at by 2 h by 3. So we get here it is h by 3 from the point C, h by 3 from point C, or we can write that is equals to the 2h by 3 from point A. So this is for the tank and the vertical surfaces or the vertical geometry. Now we go for the immersed inclined surfaces. So let me take the one free surfaces. Water is there, and we have the certain surfaces which makes an angle. This angle is a theta. So this is the A point. Suppose my plane is located over here, that is having one end is indicated by B and other end is indicated by C. So the height of this B point, let's say this height of this B point from the free surfaces, it is h1, and the C point, height of this C point from the free surfaces is this h2. So we know that the intensity of the pressure at the different point, let's say this is h, so we get the rho gh which is acting in this perpendicular directions. So intensity is rho gh1, and here we get this intensity, this is the rho gh2. So in this way we get this pressure variation diagram. In between these 2 point BC, we have this pressure intensity increasing in this way. Suppose I join this called as a B dash point, and here I give the name of this point is a C dash. If I join with this dotted line, this B dash and A, so we have these two triangle, as well as we know that suppose I'm taking a reference line that is A dash, so the distance between this B and this is the y1. Similarly for the C points, this distance is a y2. The density of liquid is a rho. So suppose I plot this diagram over here in enlarged manner, then suppose this is my point A, this is a C, this is the B. B has a certain intensity, C has again certain intensity, that is rho gh1, this is rho gh2, and we have this variations in the pressure like this. In this way we have this C point, C dash, and this is our the B dash. So we need to calculate the area. This is the area of cover under the B dash and C dash, which give you the total pressure force according to the pressure diagram. So this is a pressure diagram. Total pressure force equals to the area of BB dash C dash C. We can write area of triangle ACC dash minus the area of triangle ABB dash. The area of ACC dash, that is becomes a 1 by 2, base is CC dash and height is AC. Similarly for the BB dash, ABB dash, the height is AB and the base is BB dash. So 1 by 2 into this AC is having a distance, this AC, this is the y2, so we have this y2 into AC and CC, that is equals to rho g h2 minus here 1 by 2 into the y1 into the rho g h1. And we know that from the geometry that y equals to h by sine theta, so we'll put it down that 1 by 2 h2 divided by sine theta, so into rho g h2 minus 1 by 2 into h1 upon sine theta into rho g h1. So we take the common, that is rho g divided by 2 sine theta, that we take a common, and we get this the h2 square minus h1 square. So using this formula we can able to calculate, but here we need to remember this is a per unit width. So per width is that we need to multiply it with the width to get the answers in Newton. Now the center of pressure. So for the center of pressures, we need to look at the center of pressures of this triangle and second triangle, and from that we can say that it is located at the certain height, that is y1 and y2. So we get the answer that y star into the total area, that is the subtractions of a2 minus a1, which is equals to the y2 a2 minus y1 a1, and y star, if we make a subject, then we get y2 a2 minus y1 a1 upon the a2 minus a1. And if we convert this y star into h star, then we again use geometrical relations between h star and y star, that is h star equals to y star into the sine theta. So using this method, we can able to solve numerical of static forces to find it out the total pressure force and the center of pressures using this pressure diagram. Thank you students for attending this video lecture.